Hello everyone, and welcome back to the techystack channel. So this is today also we'll work on the link queries. So this is the third session of linked one. So in the last two sessions we learned why we need to use this link queries, and previous section we learned how we can apply that link queries like that. So now today in this session we read some data. So this is our data. So every time I'm concentrating on this data only. So once you read this data, okay, how we can fetch this specific column. For example, I can see here 9 or 10, okay, 9 columns are there. So I need to fetch only specific column, either A column or might be the D column or E column, or it might be some XYZ column. We don't know which column we need. So sometimes this is depends upon the requirement. So we'll fetch that. So now we'll export that, how we can export this, some specific column. So let me close this Excel file, and already I have used this activity, which is used to read the range from the Excel file. So now we'll run this debug mode and we'll write the code on how the syntax, link syntax will work here. So once this is done, we can see what are the variations of that. So why we can store in alternate data table or store in some other variables. So we'll check that. Okay. So this is the done. Now I will just check whether I have this data or not. So I have this data. So but when you check here, so I have the full data. So from this data, I want to extract only the specific column. Just assume that I want to extract this column account. Okay. So in the last session, we see that as numerable, why you are converting that as numerable. If you're not converted, what will happen? If you converted, what will happen? And we know that data table as well. Okay, the first step. So what we need to, we need to give that Excel data table dot as enumerable. We just converted that. After that, we are writing one function select. Select. So select means which is you selecting the particular thing like that. After that, function. So this is a function. In that function, I'm declaring one. Here you can declare as X or Y or row or whatever it may be the name you can declare. Okay, after that row, okay, in this row which column I want. Okay, for example, I am taking account. Okay, account dot to string dot to list. Okay, now what will happen? Whatever the data, so this is the one specific column, account column. So whatever the data on the particular account column, it just converted to this list. Okay, you can check here. So this is the list. So here what we did, Excel data table as numerable, just we converted. After that we are selecting. So what we are selecting, so just saying that select the particular row. Okay, account. So this is my account. So you need to just select that row and just store into the list. Okay, now if I want to save this into some array, so just remove this dot array. So whatever the data is, just it converted to array of a string. So we can check this here. So array of the string. Okay, like this we can convert. Now the thing is, if I want to fetch the two columns, just assume that I don't want one column, I need the two columns. So then what we need to do, comma, row of second column. I will take this as, let me take. Okay, I will go to that Excel file and I take this column. Um, so just assume that I'm taking this column D type. So let me copy this entire and back to here. Dot to string. Maybe now it will throw error. I'm not sure. We need to check it. Okay, it throws error. So because here we write the two conditions but giving the one thing. So just open this open bracket and close this here. So now it will work. It will work. So if you want to fetch the multiple things, so I will show you the. Let me put both the things in notepad here. I remove all the things and okay. Just make sure that this is a dot to list or might be the array. So in the first, if you want to fetch only the one column, if you see observe directly, you can pass this. Okay, whatever the data is in a row of account dot costing, directly you can pass. So if we want to extract two things, okay, so this is a whatever this data is in, just putting inside of this open and parenthesis. You can check here. So this is here I opened and I closed here. Okay, if you want, you can update this as well here. Let me try with that as well. So what it will give this, whether it will give this data or it will throw that error. So it's giving that error. So you can update this open and close parenthesis. I mean, round square brackets or not square brackets, round braces. So we call that round process. So you can update this round braces. So if you are doing multiple things, so this is a mandatory. This is a syntax which we need to do. Okay, now we saw this how we can extract a specific uh, column. Okay, now the thing is, I got this data. So now the thing is, next thing is, I have the multiple columns. How I can convert it this now right now we can see this in the format of list or array. Now I want to get in the data table as it is. So how I want to do that? So for that, Excel dt dot as numerable dot select of. So we need to give here function of row Excel dt dot clone. I will explain why this is the syntax. I will explain everything. Dot clone dot load. 1 second. Load data row. So of what data I need to row. I need to load account comma false dot something I missed here. Dot. Okay, something I missed here. Let me check that as well. So here, once you just click on this dot copy, so it will give this copy to data table by default. It will come. So I think here I missed something here. Let me figure out it what I did missed here. Okay, so I missed this one open bracket. I mean I missed the one close bracket. So we need to check this one. Okay, now I just updated. So whatever the data is there, no, here. So the same data I want to extract only the one column. So when I go to requirement in real time, so I have the hundreds of columns. When I read the data from the SQL side or might be the read from the Excel file or CSV file, I don't want to get all the data, but it's reading that. Out of the 100 columns, I don't want to require only the one column. Okay, so for that we can use these things. Okay, now we'll explore what are there in this. Okay, here Excel data table as numerable dot select. Still here the function. So this is the same standard. After this Excel data dt dot clone. So what is here the clone? So the clone means it will create the new data table with the same structure. When you check here, so whatever the column name is available here, account. So with the same name, it will create that. I will show you one more thing here. Excel dt dot clone. So it will just create the new data table as it's the exist. But here one thing, it not copy the data. When you check here, I got only the headers, but I not get the data. Downside, this data is not there. So what is a clone means? It will create a new data table with the same structure as the existed data table or original data table. But when you check here, but does not copy any data. So when you check here, so there is no copy of the test data. So this is a clone. So once you clone means which is nothing but as creating the new data table. So once it created the new data table, I will put here. Once it created the new data table, after what it's there, load data. So I want to get specific columns of data, no? So load data. So just I give this command. After that row of account. So I need a specific column. So the column name is nothing but as account. After this, we give this false. So the false or might be the true. You can do the things here when you give the false. It won't allow the duplicate multiple. For example, when you working on the data table side, we are giving the primary key. So the key or maybe the primary ID. So why we are using means so it won't get the duplicate of the particular columns. So for that purpose, we are using this one. Okay, whatever the data is there, na? So whatever the data we are getting after that cloning, we are fetching the data. So enter the data. I want to store in some specific data table. Okay, so it will store that specific data table. That's it. The same thing now. How we can write this one. So let me update here. So now we see this how we can get it in a part of immediate window. Now how can you assign that one variable? So let me take this as well. So just I'm stopping this automation and I will take these two assign activities. So one is I will make this DT account. Okay, DT account. So in this here I will update this data. Okay, I updated. When you check here, so I not get any errors or any syntax errors. So we can check here. So now it throwing this one error because whatever the variable is there, na, so just change this DT account. So just change this variable to data table. So that's it. So the error will display. And similar way, I want to create one more variable DT or else array account. Okay, here I will go here and I will take this dot string array dot to array. This is a collection of string of array. Hmm, what is this? Okay. So here again, I need to convert this array of string. I will change this one. Okay, we need to check whether it is okay. It's not good that error. Okay, I will do one thing. Just I will change this to collections and I will check. Dot to list. Still, it's not moving. I think maybe it's have some issue. I will do one thing. I will just remove one set here and we'll check what it will happen. Dot to string. Okay, so it having some issue might be dot to. Okay, just I change this array. So why it's gone pro means error here. I taken multiple things now. So basically it will work. Might be this something has missed. So now with just all the things has done. So just running this bot, we can see this how the data will work, how the output will use here. So once you assign this variables to here, you can use that variables where you want. So this is error occurred. This one step into sorry, my bad. Let me run one more time. And I will show here what type of error you might be see here very regularly. So this is a one common error which we can see more times. Once this is done, I will show you that DT account. So we can see this format of the data table and array account. So this is a format of array. Okay, now what is a common error we can see here means when I save, so just assume that I have the account I given the space. So when you check here, expression has thrown by the target to, I mean, a target of an invocation. Sorry, invocation. Okay, what it means whatever we are trying to fetch the column name as account, so that column was not available in your data table. So make sure that. So when you get exception has thrown by the target of an invocation means, so whatever you are trying to fetch the specific column, that particular column was not available in your data table. So this is a one common error which we got. And after that, most of the times, what we are getting this error means. Uh, might be you missed here double quotes or might be you missed here open brackets. Just assume that I missed here, it will throw this error. So how you get to know that means, so just read this error. So if you check here, the following error occurred. I will update in the notepad. So the following error occurred. I will zoom it. Okay. The following error encountered while processing the following tree. Okay. When you check here, compiler error encounter processing the DT table as this, and downside it will give this expected. So when you check here, it's saying that it got missed. The open bracket, or might be this close bracket, or might be missed something. It will throw that error and it indicating you missed something here. So when you give that data to the proper syntax, then it will work. Okay, I hope you understand the what is a clone, why we are doing that clone. Okay, how we are storing the data in array or list or in the data table. So these are the couple of the things which we explore today, and still there are a lot of the things are there. So we can, I mean, I will try to explain all the things, how much as possible the things. So only the thing is, don't I mean listen and leave it. Try to apply from your end. So just open the XAML file and try to explore. So why I use this here. So when you check here, so you might be the get one doubt. So basically I got the doubt, but I got it. So why I'm using here false, instead of this false I can use the true. What will happen, I'm getting this data, but you check why we need to use this false, why you are using this true. So what is the variation of both of them? So why we need to use false, okay, or why you are using the true? Already I give the answer, the thing there. This is the way. So why we need to explore it. So whatever I'm saying this, it's only they give you some percent of knowledge on the link queries. You need to deep dive on the things. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more like it, make sure to hit that like button, share with your friends, subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to turn off notifications so you never miss an upload.